Oh no, and welcome back to the Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And this weekend, Manchester United face Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff, and the team will kind of pick itself, I think. I think it'll pretty much be Ugarte in midfield if he is available, with Maguire as well. Apparently, he's a 50-50. But I reckon it will be Garnacho and Ahmad up top with Xerxes, and then Fernandez and obviously Ugarte midfield. Delo, Martinez, Maguire, De Ligt, Mazzauri, something like that. If it's Ugarte's not available, then maybe young Toby Collier will be in there instead of Ugarte. So let's get into it and let's start match. Let's talk about the last league result, which was a 1-0 victory against Fulham. I didn't expect it, I'm not going to lie. Especially that first half, we were absolutely shocking. First half, it wasn't the best from United. They had a couple chances. Who am I talking about? Yeah, they had a couple chances. I'll go on, hit that. Yeah, there we go. But they had a couple chances, Fulham, but they were easy saves for Garnacho. Not for Garnacho, Onana. So that was pretty much it for the first half. Second half, we kind of opened it up a bit more. We had a chance with a free kick. Bruno Fernandes tried a cheeky one, to roll under the wall, and it just went wide. He almost caught the goalkeeper out, but I think he probably would have got it anyway. But yeah, that was the first chance United had, but then a couple of good defensive headers from Harry Maguire and from who else was it? It was I'm trying to think who it was. It's not Lissandro Martinez. De Ligt, that's the one. He had a couple good shots, blocks, and stuff like that. It wasn't like I said, it wasn't the best of games, to be honest. It all came. It started when somehow we got a good ball into. It was Martinez with. It's Lissandro Martinez, by the way. It's not Lautaro. Lissandro Martinez, like I said last week. But yeah, no, we had the ball. I think it was good play down the down the left hand side from Garnacho. He pulled it back for Collier, but he couldn't get there. But the Fulham player did. It then fell to. It fell to Lissandro Martinez, and he got a good. Oh, look at that! He got a good strike on the ball. A bit of a deflected shot, but it went in over Leno, and he scored to make it 1-0. And then obviously from that point, it was all Fulham, and young Toby Collier made a massive clearance off the line to keep it 1-1. 1-0. It would have been 1-1, obviously, if they scored. But to keep it 1-0. And in the end, we put up with the pressure. They did have chances, Fulham, but the chances were wasted. And there we go. They've just, of course, they had chances, but they didn't put them away. So we need to be wary of that against Crystal Palace. Obviously, we'll talk about that in a second. So yeah, going into the Europa League game against Steaua Bucharest, or FCSB, if you want to call them that. But I think it's Steaua Bucharest, isn't it? I think that's what they're called, I do believe. It wasn't the best of games yet again. First half, it was a surprise. We got to see. We got to see Mainu as a number 10, which I thought really suited him well. I thought he's not in midfield. He hasn't got a trap back, and we were just missing something in that game. And he made the substitution of Amorim and Ruben Amorim made the substitution of Ahmad and Garnacho, and it totally changed the game. It was only a matter of time before we got the first goal, and it was not Ahmad. It was Mainu who put the ball in across to Diogo Delo, who was there at the back post where Ruben Amorim wants their wing backs to be, and it was a good tap. It is a tap in, really, but that's where he wants his fullbacks to be, highly attacking and, get into the box and actually score. So that was 1-0. And then literally straight from that, they almost scored, FCSB. They almost scored from a good shot from outside the post. Actually, before our goal, we had a chances through Bruno Fernandes, who had a shot that would have been a great goal from outside the box that hit the crossbar. And then they also had we also hit the post through Garnacho, who literally, it almost happened straight away, didn't it, if I remember correctly? But yeah, it was a really good half from United. We were attacking. There was no threat. We were dealing with I'm just going to say Steaua Bucharest. I can't keep saying the FCSB team, the Romanian team. But yeah, we got the second goal with great play from Mainu and Garnacho linking up. That's what we would like to see. That, I think, if we do that, we need to build. You need to build around that for those two, because those two as the number 10, I think, will work really wonders. We just need a striker who can score goals, and and hopefully we don't sell. Hopefully we don't sell Garnacho before Monday, but obviously at this moment in time on Friday we aren't selling him. So, and he has said that he wants to keep him. So let's see if he does keep him or not. By Monday he might not be at Old Trafford, but hopefully he does, because I think if we sell Garnacho, I think it's a disgrace if we sell Garnacho to Chelsea, especially. If we're going to sell Garnacho, sell him abroad. Don't get him in the Premier League where he can haunt us. For God's sake, that's poor from me. But yeah, it's. I'm annoyed that's gone in. It's one of them, isn't it? Really. So yeah, we won the game 2-0 in the end. Could have got more, but we just couldn't get. We just couldn't get the. There we go. We got a kickoff goal. We just couldn't get the third goal in the end, but it doesn't matter. We won the game 2-0, so obviously we've qualified for the next game in Europe, and we missed the last 16 of Europa League as well. We go straight into the last 16, where we face. Actually, I think the draw is on now, wasn't it? I think. If I remember the teams, I think it was either going to be Galatasaray, Real Sociedad, Midtjylland, or who's the other one? AZ Alkmaar, I think, was the other one, if out of the 4 teams that we could face. So I'll have a look after this, obviously, to see who we have. But yeah, it's good that we've got that. Talking of transfers, before we talk about the Crystal Palace game, I don't think we will sign anyone. Just the Patrick Dorgu one that I said last week, and it has been confirmed. Well, he's expecting to be arriving tomorrow, apparently, on his what's save on his medical, and apparently we're signing a youngster from Arsenal as well. The same. Oh, what a header that is! We're getting a youngster, I think a centre back from Arsenal. Is it Heaven or something? I can't remember his name. Basically, we signed March. I can't say his name. Obi Martin from Arsenal, and we've pretty much nicking another centre back, I think. I can't remember his name, but apparently he's had his medical today. But yeah, expect Patrick Dorgu to go through the door. I don't think he will play, obviously, this weekend. It's too late for him to play this weekend, but maybe next week we might see him. I think next weekend, is the FA Cup. I'm not too sure if we got a midweek game next week. Not too sure. Oh, wait, wasn't it? I think there is, isn't there? Midweek games next week. I have to have a look. I haven't looked at the fixtures, but yeah. So anyway, going on to the Crystal Palace game. Obviously, it is going to be a tough game. Obviously, we're at home. We seem to struggle at home, then away from home. So it's going to be an interesting game against Crystal Palace. Obviously, themselves, they had that tough start to the season, and it didn't look good for the Crystal Palace manager. It was until they started winning, until last week, where they lost to Brentford, if I'm not too mistaken. So it's going to be a very interesting game. You know, we need to be wary of their players. You know, they got Marteta, who's been scoring recently. They got that Millwall player who they signed from Millwall. He scored the goal last weekend, so we need to watch out for him. Obviously, Eze as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what type of game. Hopefully, it's not the same game where we lost to Brighton, and we are winning. Or we are on a free winning streak, free winning run streak at the moment. So if we can go ahead and do that against Crystal Palace, that would be great. Because yeah, it would be nice to pick up the 3 points. So you never know. Right, anyway, guys, score prediction. Do you know what? I reckon United might win. I think we'll nick it again. Predicted it right last week. I said 1-0 Man United. I'm going to go 2-1 though this week. I think we will score. I think Ahmad might get a couple of goals. Might get a goal. And we might just see a Xerxes or Hoyland goal. I've got a funny feeling we might see a goal from one of them two this weekend. And obviously, Crystal Palace, I don't know, Eze, Mateta, maybe one of them two. But obviously, if we score first, I think we will win the game. If we concede first, then, you know, it could be another 3-1, 4-1 like the Brighton game. So, and hopefully no errors from Onana. Fingers crossed. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for today. So please like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, guys, I'm going. Bye.